It's the DJ RIchie Skye Unfiltered Podcast.
We in the building.
We're breaking down the unfiltered truth.
I mean, we gotta talk about it.
On reality TV, entertainment, and the hottest headlines.
Well, if Wendy Williams said it, then you know it's real.
With some of your favorite reality stars and media personalities and more.
Guess who we got in the building with us, y'all?
It's RHOA.
Are you serious?
It's Unfiltered.
Oh!
And it is lit.
Oh, we're about to get into this.
With your host, former reality star turned news and pop culture expert, DJ RIchie Skye.
So, I mean, let's have a discussion about it. I mean, this is what they're saying in the blogs. This is what they're saying in the press. This is what they're saying in the media. Let's really have an unfiltered discussion about it. I mean, you know what? Let's do it.
All right, Skye Squad, we got somebody extra special in the house. And I'm going to tell you, I had this vision for quite some time that I had to interview our queen mother, T.S. Madison.
Not you had the vision. I had a vision of love.
Yes, Lord, I had a vision. And I said, and you know, I'm always nervous about reaching out to people and stuff like that. And I was like, oh God, I should have reached out before the show announcement came on, because I was like, she gonna be booked and busy.
Listen, when I saw your interview request come through, I sent it over. I made sure that Pam took care of it, because let me tell you something. It was very important that I seen your interview request come through, because I respect you. I respect your artistry.
Thank you.
And I respect your work. And I know that, you know, you are out here making boss moves and stuff like that. And I'm very much in this season, which I've always been, but I'm very much in this season making sure that we all, you know, support each other, especially from the community that we grassrooted from.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we're all in the YouTube, social, Twitter, all that. We're in all that community. And you know, I'm very much really, really trying to make sure that the people that are involved in that community have interviews with me and stuff like that. I don't want to get all Hollywood and be like, oh, I'm only doing ET online. I'm only doing, this is what I'm only doing, you know?
I understand. And we appreciate you for that. And I guess let's start off there, because, you know, T.S. Madison is Hollywood. You haven't gone Hollywood. You are Hollywood at this point. And I say that because you have taken you have taken your empire to mainstream television. Was that always the goal? And what led you to that point?
To be honest with you, I have always envisioned myself in some form or fashion in a television platform, because growing up, when you're looking at television and you're enjoying the content that's on television, but yet you don't see yourself, you're like, oh, I could do that. Oh, I want to be on that place. Like, well, why can't I do that? You know, and so I always knew, and I saw myself doing that. And I didn't know that if it was going to come with the Queen's Supreme Court. I didn't know if it was going to come with just natural old T.S. Madison or whatever. But I just knew that there was going to be a time that I was going to occupy a television space. Now let's talk about. Let me take your question a little bit further.
Okay. Take it further.
Being in that television space, how is it? It's definitely TV. You know, TV. You get into that space, you start doing it, and then you really find out that TV is exactly, you know, what it is, and it's TV.
So, is that everything you thought it would be, or is it? Or do you just see yourself acclimating to it? Like, okay, you know what? This is the game now, and I'm a morph along with this.
I do feel like that it's a part of my platform now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it expanded my platform, but it is most definitely a part of the platform. It's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that it's a part of it because, and I have to say this for people that are aspiring, to want to go forth in that. You guys that are aspiring to want to go into television programming and stuff like that, you have to remember that when you get there, that you are the gift to that.
Mm.
They're not the gift to you.
Mm.
You are the gift to that. Like when you go into that space, you brought value to them because you are a valuable, asset. I could leave TV right now and continue to do, work on my platform and all this stuff because they came to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, at the end of the day, you have to know that you're valuable. And yes, you might get on television. Yes, you might have a television show. You may have a television series. You may have a whole whatever it is that you might have. It might be whatever it is. But you have to understand that you are the asset. And because everything has a beginning date and it has an end date when it belongs to someone else. I'm going to look around it. So that people in the back of here, y'all heard me back there.
Tell them.
Did you motherfucking hoes hear me back there? Everything, when it belongs to someone else, has a beginning and end date. But when it belongs to you, you get the opportunity to say when you're ready to stop it, when you're ready to go down. Hell, you can go in and get a season of something. And, that could be that for, that space that you occupy. You can get a whole series. You can get, these things can happen, for you. And you have to understand when you go into that situation that you're only going in that to broaden what you already have. And you're bringing value, to that space that you're getting ready really to occupy. And so, here I am occupying that space, girl, and bringing all that good value to WeTV, honey, because they ain't got no transsexual woman over there. They ain't got no black transsexual woman over there. They ain't got no loud, live and color bitch over there. There's no well, we can be candid on the DJ RIchie Skye
Absolutely.
show.
Absolutely.
They got no titties at the top and dick at the bottom. Yeah. I brought all that value over there to that place. You feel me, honey? And and to be honest with you, I'm very happy that I was able to do this with WeTV because they cater. They're television network that's catered to women. The night that I'm on is Urban Night. They cater to women, they cater to Black women, and I'm a Black trans woman that needs to tell her Black trans woman story to the WeTV audience. And I'm really happy that I am a part of the family over there. I'm very happy. And I'm very happy to be a representation of the community from where I came from, which is the digital community, which gives people out there in the digital community land hopes, and it gives them validation that they could aspire bigger than their platform, and not to say bigger than their platform, but they can broaden their platform, because all I'm doing right now on WeTV is broadening my platform. That's what's going on. I'm broadening my reach, and I'm very happy to be able to do that.
You know what I like? As you watch the episodes, I get a sense that they just let you do you.
Listen, I ain't never walking into no situation where the TS can't be her. Bitch, if Miss Mary don't whoop me all the many years, honey, and I still grow up to do what I wanted to do when I was ready to do it, there ain't no TV network gonna come in and put no control over me. Now, I will say this, I do know that I do have a responsibility as a public figure and, representing more than just myself. Because when you walk into this space, you got to realize that you're representing Black women.
Mm-hmm.
You're representing Black trans women. You're representing Black people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm representing big girls. Honey, I just felt in the spirit coming down the line. I want to be a plus size model, girl. I want to be on the cover of Vogue magazine as a big girl, bitch. So you represent all of these things, like for the people that are sitting at home that don't see themselves in that space, you're representing that. And so I do have to carry the responsibility of Madison, girl. You can't be all, bitch. You can't be all the way ratchet. You come on the DJ RIchie Skye show where he said, bitch, you could be ratchet all that, but you can't be ratchet all like that, because you're gonna have people that are gonna be like, girl, I don't. So I still am true. This earpiece is terrorizing me. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I can hear it. I still am true to me. However, I also, understand my power. I understand, my represent, like what I represent. I understand it. I need to put this in there, right? Yeah. I think I got it in the wrong ear.
Was that difficult? Was getting to this point where you say, okay, I have to be responsible in this way.
Yes.
But I also still want to be myself.
Yes. Yes. It is extremely difficult because we Black people are not a monolith. And we trans people are not a monolith. We're not all one. And so I'm definitely one that stands out from all the one. and I've been labeled many labels, but when you reflect on it and you start really thinking about it and you start really looking at it, you have to say, Madison, understand this right here. Because I have to have these talks to myself. I still do. Because there's some stuff that I get online and I say today on this interview right here that will, could get me in trouble in a public setting. Mm-hmm. So you have to have these talks with yourself and say, T.S. Madison, you got to know that this is a bigger thing than you. Mm. Right, this is bigger than you right now. This you, but it's bigger than you.
Yeah.
And you got to govern yourself accordingly. Because, and it's not just because I represent a whole network. It's not the network that's the big issue for me, because networks like Ratchet. I represent a set of people. Mm. And especially for me, that's most important, is Black. Because how many times we've been Black people sitting at home saying, why they got niggas on TV acting like this? All the time. We all guilty. Why they got these niggas on TV acting like that? Because people are only going to remember what they see.
Yep.
And if they saw nigga shit, that's all they're going to know. Or that's all that they're going to want to know is that. It's been very hard, even when we're going through, cleaning up an image that I'm not ashamed of, because I'm definitely not ashamed, Richie, of any of the things that I've done in my past, my former work. And I'm not ashamed of any of that, because that's what allowed me to occupy the space that I'm in now, because I'm telling a coming out story. So, that's what does it. So I'm not ashamed of that. However, people still try to bind you to those chains. Mm. They try to keep those things. And I just said on my Instagram today, the Lord forgave me. I don't give a damn what none of you mother say about me.
Truth.
The Lord forgave me. And who higher than God? None of you mother. So if y'all don't forgive me, you better be glad that God has done forgave y'all for the shit y'all done did. Talking about me. No. So, I just was saying that today on my Instagram video. And I mean that when I say that. Like, because sometimes you'll get in that space and they're like, well, girl, how she did all that pornographic movies and they got her on TV, this and the other. Bitch, because I ain't doing it no more. That's high. Because I'm on here encouraging people or showing people that are in that field or in that space that, you might be here now, but this doesn't have to necessarily be your future. You can, if you want to aspire to do something else, you have that ability to do that. And I'm definitely happy that I can do this for trans women because there's a large percentage of Black trans women who, especially from my time, I'm 43, I'll be 44 this year, that were forced into, sex work, pornography, all of that stuff, because this was the only means that we had to survive during those times. Now they get to see a bitch like me that those were her odds that were stacked against her. She fought through those things to knock down walls, to create spaces and opportunities for other trans women that's coming up. Those odds won't be stacked against you now because we don't have to have those excuses anymore. That's why this is so important. My show is important to me. Having the show, because honey, listen, they pay me cute. They pay me good, but it ain't about the money. It's about the message.
Yeah.
The message is that the odds might have been stacked back then, but a real bitch came through kicking them doors in so that they don't have to be stacked against you now.
Wow.
Boom.
Do you get a little bit of this from Miss Mary? Because you are fearless when it comes to, yes, breaking down those doors, making history, and really being in full control of who you are. Does any of that come from, because you have I think about Miss Mary and I think she's I'm gonna tell you the truth, she's a fan favorite now.
Baby, they say she the star of the show, honey. Cut the check, WeTV, when y'all get ready to make listen, we all think we on the T.S. Max experience. We're really on the Miss Mary experience, honey. Honda BBB. We are definitely on the Miss Mary experience. Is
it her pouring that love into you that makes you this way, or was it something you saw in her? How did? Because there's a connection there, and I'm trying to put it together outside of you just being your mother's child.
Well, it's definitely, growing up in a house where your mother was, there was no male presence there, so your mother had to assume both roles, and my mother had me young, and she didn't know about raising no kids, so she had to learn this stuff. She had to learn this. She had to go from a child to an adult, and not just an adult, but a provider. And she had to go through the world and learn these things in a world that was just passed to her. Like, here you go, do it. She had her mother and she had her father, but they were split by the time, and it was her sister and her brother, and my grandfather, from my understanding, and my grandmother, they left them the house, and they had to grow up in that house, and they had to grow up at the ages of 16, 17, 18-year-old in a house, and they had to provide for themselves. And she went from being a child to an adult, and she had to take responsibility. So yes, I do feel like that a lot of that stuff was naturally passed, to me, because that's what was given, to my mom. The odds were stacked against her, and so she had to make it work. And so when you see people with the odds stacked against them, and they have to make it work some kind of way and still come out on top, if you don't learn anything from that, like, what are you watching them do? And so, yes, she's definitely a big part of the way that I govern myself with the way that I do, handle responsibilities, because child, shit, I went out in the world on my own. I had to go get it on my own. I didn't complete college. I did complete high school. I didn't complete college. I didn't, go forth in a lot of the dreams that I had as far as education and things like that. But I went out in the world, and I made it in the world. And not only did I make it in the world, the stuff that I learned out in the world, I applied it, to my life. And there's nothing that a school book could teach me. Nothing that a school book could teach me that I learned out in the street. And there's nothing that a school book could teach her that she learned from being hands-on.
I want to ask you also, too, because on the show, you have an extended family. You got Oliver, you got Craig, you got Shay, you have
Chi-Chi,
this,
yes, Chi-Chi.
Oh, Chi-Chi. You have this extended family. And just to be truthful, when I started this whole idea, when I wanted to do this podcast, and I wanted to talk to people, this is also something that I get from it. Like, I'm getting your story, and it's also to help me. But I know that in helping me, it helps the audience. So I want to ask you this question. When did you realize that it was going to be important to your growth and your brand to bring on a team? Because I struggle with that.
Oh, well, I still struggle with that, to be honest with you. When you look around and you see that you cannot do everything by yourself, it's just it's impossible to do everything, by yourself. And as much as them niggas make me mad, and I say, man, fuck all y'all. I don't need y'all niggas to do shit to me. I do all this shit by myself. I would, but I really don't want to. But it's imperative that if you want to grow, if you want to grow, honey, you can't do it alone. You ain't God. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot do it alone. And I need help. I need help in doing these things. And I don't need people working against me. I need people working with me. And so it is very important. And I know we as content creators have the ability to just turn on the camera and just go. But my mama tells me, if you keep doing the same thing, you'll keep getting the same result. But if you start doing different things, you'll get different results. Different things comes with different ideas. It comes with different hands, different thoughts, and sometimes you need that, Tyler Perry. But we celebrate him. We do.
But you're right.
We celebrate him. We celebrate him. But we celebrate him, but we're also crying out to him and saying, hey, we need some more writers in that room. This stuff is, we know you. We know you're writing this. We know. We know this. We need some team ideas here. Oh, you didn't think you was gonna get this with a real tea? What kind of TS you thought you was getting on the show today? You thought you had Hollywood TS? Oh no.
I did.
No, oh no, honey. Oh no. You done came out to my show. You know what to give. Shit.
Speaking of that, I gotta ask you this. And this will be my bigger, broader, last kind of question. Mm-hmm. Having come to your show, now I was invited by Q.
Funky Dineva, yeah.
Yes. So, and in knowing him and getting to know him, I should have realized this about you. When Q gets people together, it feels like it could be a whole bunch of strangers in the room, but it's going to feel like a family reunion. Mm-hmm. So I should have realized that by proxy, and you and him being sort of that extended family, that it would extend to your show. Because your show feels like a family reunion with people that ain't never met.
Andy, yes.
How did you know to curate that environment, or was that intentional, or did it just kind of happen?
Well, that's just a homegrown energy. That's just like, listen, when you came out to the show, it was a really good time. It was hundreds of people in that little place, like hundreds. Like I think we were the fire. They was gonna call the fire marshal on us. It was hundreds of people. And because the show is not about messy, it's not about shade. It's about regular old people getting together, gossiping, talking about the things that's going on in the news. And even though the three people that are judges up there on the stage are celebrities, we got right down in there in the situation with the people.
Yep.
And that's my thing. Like that's the thing for me. Like that's even watching my show. It's like you watching your family on TV. Mm-hmm. It's that aura. It's that energy that exudes, from us because we're family people.
Yeah.
We family people. We that aunt that's gonna cuss you out, gonna eat her food, throw her Miss Merida. She that aunt or grandma that's gonna pray with you and tell you about the Lord and take you to church. TS is that old bandit sister. You know what I'm saying? That you got to put your husband in the closet because he looking at her titties. Dineva, that auntie over there's gonna cuss you out for everything. Down to the child. You already know. So it's just a whole combination of fun, laughter. Each person is a character from somebody's family. Like we get it. I would do it. I wouldn't trade it, for the world because when I don't feel like I'm going to work. I feel like I'm going to a family reunion, like you say, and the fans, the support system, they feel this way. Man, the people was in there drunken in a skunk. We was taking pictures, falling all over each other, And listen, if it wasn't for COVID, shit, they probably would be catching us on the road. This show would have been the T.S. Madison experience on the road too. Hopefully, if we're renewed for season 2, hopefully that COVID has lifted or we done got vaccinated and all this type of stuff where we can really be on the road because on the road is really how the show works. You done been there.
Yeah.
You've been there on the road. That's how that show works, child. It's a lot that be going on, and it's a lot of drama on the road, a lot of drama, but it's good drama. It's good family. It's good stuff. And I really enjoy my job. I really enjoy what I do.
That comes through. And
I do.
I just want to say thank you for welcoming all of us into your family home. Like, you bring us in with each new episode of your show on WeTV. Not only then, but I also feel like online. I mean, you just welcome us all in, and we feel like we are part of that family. So I just want to say, for me, thank you for what you do for us. Because what you're doing is history making.
Yes, and listen, you got to receive that. Like, and I received that from you, because my initial thing was just to turn on my camera and talk to people when I didn't have nobody to talk to, or just talk to people. I didn't know that I was going to get famous online. I didn't know how I was going to get on TV. I just thought that I was going to magically appear there. I didn't know I was going to go through all the channels and all this stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that I was going to get popular or I shouldn't say that. I should say infamous. I didn't know I was going to get infamous online. And all I wanted to do was turn my computer on and just say, "Is it on? Is this bitch recording? Or what's up, YouTube land, Twitter land?" I didn't know that all of that stuff was going to be the catchphrase, my catchphrase forever. Forever. I just wanted to get on there, tell somebody how my day was going. I wasn't even monetizing on my YouTube channel. I wasn't even monetizing. When Dineva started talking about bitch, that she was a rich asshole off the internet, and this before I even met her, when Dineva was saying, bitch, that she makes coins off, how you do that? Because I just used to turn my thing on and just talk. Because it was an outlet for me. It was a place for me to just go forth and talk about what went on in my day, which trade had done slaved you, I slaved him, how y'all can buy my merchandise, how y'all can buy my products, It was never, the intention was never for me to be nobody on this place. And look
where you are now.
Look where I am. You never know what you chosen to do. Never know.
Wow. Well, I just got to say thank you so much for taking the time out to do this. I really appreciate you. This is my vision realized, and thank you.
Listen, I love you, and I watch your stuff, honey. I'll be over there looking in your eyes and stuff like that and saying, God, I wish he was a piece of trade. Staring down your eyes, praying to God, I wish he was trade, honey. And then when we first met and you was standing all tall up and stuff, I was like, God, how tall? You remember saying, well, God damn, well, how tall? I know you was looking at, wait a minute, as big as this bitch mouth is, I thought that she would be a big person. I know that was your thought, like when you first met me.
You know what's funny? I feel like everybody's short when I look at them. So because I'm 6'3", so it's like everybody look a little shorter.
Yes, but people that meet me always say, I really thought that you were going to be like, because you just blah. I really thought that you were going to be like this. And and when I was looking, at you, I said, God, and I say, I remember, God, what damn? You don't remember me saying, I said, what damn? You was a big mother, and then you was looking at me with them eyes. I said, wait a minute, now, is you Trey? What is you? Oh, you Dineva friend. You ain't Trey. I would never forget that night. I would never forget it. I said, oh, you Dineva friend, huh? You ain't Trey. Because is you the Trey? But we had a really, really good time.
We had a good time, and I cannot wait till you are able to get back on the road again.
Oh, yes, honey, because we're going to do it all over. We're on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Hallelujah.
That is going to be amazing, and we will be right there watching. So thank you. So. TS,
Thank
tell us
you.
where we can find you. Everything.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you're following me on Instagram at The Real TS Madison. Follow me on Twitter at TS Madison ATL1, YouTube TS Madison. Honey, put TS Madison in Google, and you'll find exactly. And then you will find, honey, you will find exactly what you need for whatever ministry you into. Put TS in Google, and whatever you need to minister to your spirit, honey, she will fall down in your browser history and give you that. But please make sure that you're watching that. Oh, look. See, I told you to fall down. I told you, fell right on. Please, guys, make sure that you're watching the TS Madison Experience on WeTV Thursday nights at 10 p.m. And if this should come out before or with the season finale, whatever, make sure you go on your DVRs, set your DVRs, watch the show all the way back over again, honey. Support. We black folks. Come on, keep us black people on goddamn TV.
Amen. And it's quality TV. We're going to end it with that. It's quality TV.
Yes, quality TV, honey. We ain't throwing no cup. Wait a minute now. Hold on, I got because Chi is from Florida. Chi is from Florida. Ghetto bitch. That's a ghetto bitch. I ain't throwing no cup. Wait a minute. Did I throw a cup? I got to watch the show to see.
Make sure y'all tune in. WeTV 10 p.m. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. The TS Madison Experience.
Amen. And Skye Squad, thank you guys for tuning in, listening, and we will catch y'all in the next one.
That's right. Thank you, babies. Love you, baby.
It's the DJ RIchie Skye Unfiltered Podcast.